Good morning. Get ready. Get set. And hold on. It's time to take one heck of a ride on this, the Mouth of Matuszak show for Hump Day, Wednesday, September 17th, 2014. And I'd like somebody to kind of step up here and leave down in the comments or call in before I can get to it and say it what today's kind of the anniversary of. So this is Hump Day, but it's a historical day too. So me, your host, Paul-Gregory Matuszak, who will be with you here for the better part of an hour, wants you to call in, asks you to call in, use your voice, and sound off loud and clear for all to hear. What is this day in history? What important event am I thinking of? Come on, use those psychic heads and call 520-226-8567 and tell me what day what this is the anniversary of, something that I would think would be very important for our history. In the meantime, while you think about that, let's listen to a little bit of Powdered Zombies and get that blood moving. It's Hump Day, folks. We need to have all the energy that we can to make it through the rest of the week, so let's build it to the peak. And listen to a little bit of Crowder and Lash. Powdered Zombies with Mr. America. Oh, it looks like they don't want to wake up today. So, we'll try them again real quick. See if we can get them to motivate and move. Oh! Well, folks, we know this happens from time to time. We're used to this, having clips deciding they don't want to play out of the blue on us. So what do? We talk. So like I said, the challenge is out there. Call 520-226-8567. Get your voice on the air. And let me know who you, or what you think this is the anniversary of that I would want to call to the attention of my listeners if they didn't know already. So go ahead and show me that you're as smart as I think you are. That's okay, even if it does slip your mind or you can't wrap your head around it for whatever reason. When I mention it, you'll remember it right off the bat. So, in the meantime, let's see if we can't find our friend Powder Zombies again and get them playing like they should have been. So let's see if we can find them. Because, folks, we have backups. We'd always have them loaded in the queue. So, this time around, let's try it again. There we go. Get that energy up for the peak.
Mr.
Get the week going.
America, look what you've done.
Yeah, looking at the country is not what I intended. Gotta start to make a change before the never-ending story of a failed nation runs straight out of luck. Like $1 million Tyler Perry movies, you suck. All you little have life is still selfish and want more voting in your self-interest now instead of the core principles that made this country both honest and true. Free to speak, worship, pursuit of your happiness too. With all the money you fly, you gon' be needing a big freeze. Hate the size of the Fed like Jesus hated the fig tree. As the spending goes up, you gotta borrow some more. Borrowing from the Chinese like, oh my lord. Instead you just tax more, you're increasing the size of the federal government. Yeah, the Georgia surprise. You'll be done like Detroit, man, no you ain't coming back. Forget it, I'm out, I'm muzzle loading my
Mr. America, look what you've done. You trade your liberty and sovereignty for lies and promises. Mr. country of my beloved US of A. You little glitches need reminding of what we were before, and the sits that led us up to revolutionary war. High taxes to the throne without a voice of our own. Rule top down from the crime we wanted left alone. Oh, y'all so soft, you're taking it year after year. We were fighting red coats while we're brewing our beer. Now I'm drinking, spitting ciphers through a grill made of wood. That's how it all went down in G-Dub's neighborhood. Packing cabin balls like powder hammers with cock, lock, click, clack. The loss of backs like the attack. The chicken littles who don't know me, listen, don't let it twist. We kick the A's of the B's for much less than this. So don't deny the historical climbing out of the mud. Follow me, believe the screed, plant the seeds and be free.
America, look what you've done. You trade your liberty and sovereignty for lies and promises. Mr. America, don't you run away. You pick up pieces up and face the problems, you'll be great again. On the woman at 85 when it's really at 12. Hear me, classes in session, you can't be saved by the bell. What happens when you keep printing more dough? Both parties have gone green like their name was Al Gore. Yeah, but right now you're hot. Hey, ain't you big hitter? But now I'm back from the dead. I'm bringing back all my niggas. Man, you think I say that? What's wrong with you? I'm just talking about my show back then. I rock with my shoe. But let's go back to the first point I was trying to make. The degradation of our freedoms and a country at stake. The government's getting grand while private sector grows smaller. Pour one out for your homies, cause here comes the cold water. Unemployment still rising, our debt's growing still. The only change you're gonna get is being left with the bill. Mr. America, look what you've done. You trade your liberty and sovereignty for lies and promises. Mr. America, don't you run away.
Don't do it.
You pick up pieces up and face the problems, you'll be
Face
great
up.
again. Mr. America. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mr. America. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, yeah. You feeling the energy? You feeling supercharged? Ready to go out there, take on the world, do that good job that y'all do every day, digging into the trenches, doing what you do to earn a living, so you can bring that living home. So come the weekend, of course, you can enjoy the fruits of those labors. Well, this is Hump Day. I know a lot of people on Hump Day, they think of it as a perfect day in the middle of the week to get off a little bit early and go to happy hour. Well, it might be good to go and socialize with coworkers. Used to do it all the time. I think it's a great thing. But here's the other thing you need to consider, folks. It's Hump Day, so that might also be the day that you want to work a little bit late. Put in a couple extra hours doing work. Now, if doing those social engagements with your coworkers, it can kind of be an informal, relaxed, having a little bit of fun, but still productive kind of meeting of sorts, well, then it counts as work, doesn't it? You know, you're talking about what you need to get done and coming up with plans of action, at the same time building that good camaraderie. Used to do it in the military. We would do that. I think it was every Wednesday we'd go to happy hour. Those of us who are combat veterans, anyway, we'd go over to the VFW and tip a couple back. But it's also a good day to stay in the office a little bit late, work a little bit late. You know, the family will understand. You do a little bit extra time on Wednesday, get a little bit more done. Start closing out and checking out those boxes and closing out those things, tying up those loose ends already a little bit early. That means you might be able to get out exactly on time instead of stuck a little bit late trying to finish stuff up. Or maybe even get out a little bit early come Friday. Start that weekend a little bit earlier. A little bit more time with the family, a little bit more time enjoying the fruits of those labors. That's just my take on it, folks. So, You know me and my philosophy by now if you've been listening. If you haven't, well, you just got a little bit of a dose of it there. That's kind of the libertarian / conservative / independent thinking, productivity. Do what you got to do. Do what's best for you and best for your family. Do the right thing. Put that nose to the grindstone, and eventually things come to you. Individual type efforts and responsibilities mentality that you get here at the Mouth of Matuszak show. Of course, if you're tired of hearing my gums flap and you want to tell everybody else what you think, please call in. I will let you talk on the air as long as you keep it rated PG. That's PG as in, keep the language down. This is kind of a family show. That isn't rated PG as in rated Paul-Gregory. But I am Paul-Gregory Matuszak, and our phone number here, of course, is 520-226-8567. So go ahead and give a call in. Still haven't had anybody call in and give a good guess at what today is. So you've had time to listen to the song, had time to listen to me flap my gums and issue my philosophy about working hard and playing hard. So I'll just have to tell you all what it is. I'm sure those of you who listen to the podcast already know, because it's already later in the day and everything, but live listeners, maybe not so much. So I'm just going to go ahead and be nice. Today, on this date, September 17th, in 1787, we've got the first hint going on there. Some of you were sitting there starting to hum some song or other from Schoolhouse Rock. In 1787, yeah, that one. 1787. Something about our founding fathers building something, creating something, establishing something that begins. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, and promote the general welfare thereof, and secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. On this day, in 1787, September 17th, 1787, 12 of the 13 states, independent states, signed the U.S. Constitution. Their constitution, their, what do you call it? Their representatives to the Constitutional Convention signed the Constitution. The only one that did not sign on September 17th, 1787 was the island that's not an island, the Rhode Island. So there you have it, folks. This day in history. U.S. Constitution is kinda, sorta that old. So that'd be what? 227 years? 227 years. Wow. It's older than I am. And I'm older than dirt. Just ask my daughter. Anyway, that's your little day in history for today, folks. So, I have some questions about what else is going on in the world, what's going on in modern times. Let's take a look behind the curtain. Let's walk through that looking glass. Shed some light.
You don't have a right to know everything in a separation of powers government, my friend. That is the difference between a parliamentary government and a separation of powers government.
Well, Miss Representative Eleanor Holmes Norton, I really, really would love to see that those words of yours cost you re-election. I would love for that to happen. But at the same time, we would be deprived somebody who's actually dumb enough to flat out state what progressives and liberals actually think about our system of government and your average American citizen's ability to govern his or herself and make his or her own decisions and the rights to know what their government is doing in their name or on their behalf. So, we disagree with you! More than disagree, you've made it overly obvious that you, like your liberal friends, either hate the U.S. Constitution and our system of government, or those who taught you about it lied to you, and you're too pig-headed to look at the facts and reality and find out the truth. So, Eleanor Holmes Norton, without further ado, we are going to look at what our federal government is doing and our state governments are doing, and kind of inform the people here, inform each other. So if you have something that I don't and you think it's important, give me a call, 520-226-8567. We'll put you on the air and let you tell us what your news is. In the meantime, have you guys heard about this yet? Good old Senator Cruz from Texas. God love him. He's doing everything he promised to do. Yes, there's some people who don't agree with some of the things he's doing in Washington, but he's sticking up with his promises, and he's sticking up with what the majority of his constituents actually do want. That's his job, right? Yes, there's a minority that doesn't like it, and of course there are a loud minority that has control of media outlets, like newspapers, etc., etc. But when you actually talk to the citizens on the ground, they don't agree with what the liberal news outlets are saying. They agree with what Ted Cruz is doing, by and large. Well, Ted Cruz is doing his best. He's got a new campaign out, trying to do his best to stop Obama from going through with his unilateral, executive, overreaching, violating the law, amnesty type of programs that he currently plans to put into effect right after the midterm elections are done, because he doesn't want to jeopardize his fellow Democrats from winning their re-election in the Senate, which some of them are really, really facing that very high possibility they're going to lose their re-election bids, even though they are incumbents and kind of have a little bit of with the way the odds go, a little bit of that in their favor. Statistically, incumbents win. Anyway, let's take a listen to Ted Cruz's new plan.
I would be ignoring the law in a way that I think would be very difficult to defend legally.
It's outrageous. President Obama is planning to offer amnesty to millions of immigrants who've entered the United States illegally.
I would be ignoring the law.
But Obama wants to do it after the November elections because he knows amnesty is unpopular and he doesn't want Democratic senators held accountable. We all celebrate legal immigration, but Obama's planned amnesty undermines one of the fundamental principles that makes our country so great, the rule of law.
Very difficult to defend legally.
We cannot hope to solve the crisis at the border without first addressing the fundamental cause of it. Log on to StopObamasAmnesty.com and sign the petition to stop Obama's amnesty. Senator Ted Cruz is leading the fight to secure the border, stop Obama's amnesty, and celebrate legal immigration. But he needs your help to hold Obama and Senate Democrats accountable. Sign the petition at StopObamasAmnesty.com and send a message to President Obama. No more amnesty.